Welcome to another production of ParkTV 16 Sports on Location. Tonight we are at the home of Benilde-St. Margaret's, bringing you non-conference boys lacrosse. In town tonight, the Eagan Wildcats 6-4 taking on the Red Knights. Look at that, a 9-0 stellar record here in their 2022 campaign, and we're already underway. It was a quick start right as they were doing the lineup. So right now we're in the first minute of play of a 12-minute quarter, and I am Robert Christensen. We're at the McQuinn Athletic Complex at Benilde High School. Glad you're with us to watch this red-hot Benilde team try to get their 10th win of the year. There's only 4 matches remaining, and they have possession of the ball right now in their white uniforms with their customary red shorts, and that is number 4 with it for the Red Knights, Brad Little, the junior. And now behind the net, that's number 21, Hunter Payer, the sophomore. Up top to number 8, Cam Gelling, senior captain. Now number 4 with it again, Little. Behind the net, number 16, Dylan Popane. Now to 8 again, that is Gelling. As now the Red Knights pick up the pace, and there's a shot, goes wide left. And out of bounds, and the Red Knights will retain possession. That shot was taken by number 6, Gus Bell, it appeared to me. Yes, Bell's in there now, and now the ball is with Gelling, back to Bell. Quickly now to the far side, and rushing is number 5. That is Luke Drews, the junior. Comes right in, shoots, and it's deflect. It is a save by the Egan's number 8 in goal. That is Logan Kolamainen, and that was a big-time save on the first offensive foray. And now a miscue by Egan, and Benilde has it into the offensive zone is Riley Murphy with the long stick, and now the Red Knights back in business with just under 10 minutes to go here, quarter number 1. As I said, the Red Knights are 9-0, Eagan 6-4. And there's the goal right away, beating number 8, Logan Kolamainen, the senior goaltender. And I didn't see, I happened to be looking down, and let's see, there's the rush on the far side by number 17, and he bounces it in. Robbie Hoyt, the junior, gets goal number 1, that coming with 9:43 remaining, quarter number 1. So an excellent start here for the Red Knights. You know, they had one common opponent coming into tonight's matchup, and that one common opponent was against mighty Prior Lake, which the Red Knights won 9-8. Prior Lake has been a force in boys high school lacrosse in Minnesota for a few years, and an arch rival now, I think I can say, of the Red Knights. As following that goal, now they have it, is number 2, Mitch Dockman, the senior. And the Red Knights looking for goal number 2, and there they get it right away. A bang-bang play. Number 2, Dockman, will get the assist, and 21, Hunter Payer, takes that nifty pass as he beats number 19 for Eagan, Keenan Wilson, and wide open at point-blank range was Hunter Payer for goal number 2. That one comes just seconds after goal number 1, 9:24 remaining, quarter number 1. We go back to the face-off circle in the middle of the field. And I think that's Dockman on doing the centering duties, such an important part. And now a violation favors Benilde, and now number 3 has it, Sky Rolled. And he is going to be aggressive. Now he holds up around the 20 and wheels back around, throws it back up to the top to number 6, that is Bell. Now to the far side again, number 5, Luke Drews rushes, turns around. Good defense there by Eagan. Gelling now back to Drews, now to the near side to Gus Bell. Bell now will try the left side, takes the shot and scores it right at shoulder length height. And look at the wicked pace on that shot by number 6, Gus Bell. And just like that, within a minute, the Red Knights have 3 straight consecutive goals. The third one here by number 6, Bell, and he sees the angle. Look at that sharp shot. Boy, that was right at eye level, and I don't think the goaltender for Eagan, Logan Kolamainen, even saw that ball. There is a little bit of sun here, but it is cloudy. Sometimes the sun can be in your eyes on one part of the field here, but I think that would be on the south end. And now following the goal and the face-off, ball loose in the Eagan zone, and they're still fighting for it. Ball still loose, and now scooping it up brilliantly for the Red Knights, number 17, Robbie Hoyt. That was great with the one hand, left hand. on a dead run, getting harassed by Eagan. Scoops that up, settles things down, and now the ball back to the top of the key to the far side. Coming in off the sideline was rolled, and he comes in and delivers the 4th goal. And boy, it is an avalanche of goals here now. Literally in about 1 minute of play, Rolled now has scored the 4th goal. And of course, that brings to mind already this early. Let's look at the replay. Bang, and he almost took a shot there from the defender, but showing no fear at all going in there. Now a new person to take the center face-off. Max Miller this time, number 14, the junior, will go at it, and he digs it out and comes away with it on his own. A great individual effort. And now the quick pass down and wide open, like a wide receiver on a post pattern, was Dylan Popane, and then he loses it on an infraction. And now Eagan, seemingly not having had the ball for quite a while now, will have a chance. That's the goaltender, Kolemainen, and he'll walk it up. So that is a style of advancing the ball. I've seen it work and not work, and now he dodges that forecheck by Benilde, and that's a nice pass, and a quick shot goes wide right. And that's gonna be a turnover. With the ball is 0-0, Henry Martin, the senior attacker, and that was a quick shot. So he's a dangerous shot, but he was off the mark on that one. And look at that nice catch at the middle of the field by Kyle Stevens. Stevens now with the long stick, turns back around, looking for somebody to give it to, and he backs off and delivers it. Nice job by number 11, Stevens. Now ball in the corner, number 16, Dylan Popane. Now to the far side, great ball rotation again, customary of this great Red Knight team. They've been to the state tournament championship game, I think the last 3 years, finally getting over the hump and winning it last year after a couple runner-ups. And they definitely want to repeat, and boy, look at that passing right there. Now, nice poke check on defense by number 1 for Eagan. That is Cullen O'Leary. And now a flag goes up, and we're gonna have some fines and suspensions out there. Just hyperbole, of course, but there's going to be a penalty, and let's see who's going to get the knee over there on the far sideline. Usually they take a knee. Payer got the 1-minute penalty. Didn't hear what the infraction was. So a 1-man advantage for Eagan. So here they are with a chance to try to get back into this match. I hate to say it, but that's true. They're down 4-0. Still almost 7 minutes left in just quarter number 1. And now Eagan desperately in need of a goal here to turn the momentum around just for a little bit here to get some relief. Now Eagan, nice ball rotation. They do have 6 wins. Now they're starting to figure it out, and there's a shot, and that goes out of bounds. And Eagan is going to retain possession. Clock continues to run. 6.5 minutes left in quarter number 1. Now up top, good ball rotation now by Eagan. They look a lot more settled than they did in the early stages of quarter number 1. Now to the near side, that is number 3 with it, Carson Willery, the captain, and there's a shot and blocked in front brilliantly by goaltender Justin Dahlum. And now the ball is in Dahlum's hand, and a nice nifty turn and pass as Eagan will put on an aggressive forecheck. Now streaking down the near sideline is number 2, Mitch Dockman, as he uses his speed to elude the defender. Now he brings it into the offensive zone. Now to the near corner. That's number 3 with it. Sky rolled. He turns back now to the corner to number 16. Once again, Dylan Popane. Popane with it now, puts the move on and decides to back off. And now gets it over to number 5, Drews. Drews back steps now to number 17 coming in from the sideline, Robbie Hoyt. He has a goal tonight. Approaching 5.5 minutes to go in quarter number 1. Now number 5 with it again. Drews behind the net to 3. Rolled. He's looking for an angle. Now back to Drews. Drews. Good defense on display by number 5, Carson Thyssen, the sophomore. And there is a save for Eagan. No, it went out of bounds on the missed shot. 5:20 now remaining. We look at that last replay and the blocked defense by the goaltender, number 25, Dahlum. Great replay angle there. And now the ball is poke checked off, and Eagan recovers nicely. And that's number 19 with it for Eagan, Keenan Wilson, the junior. And now Eagan back into the offensive zone, still down 4-0. This has been a good stretch for them because they gave up those 4 goals in literally about a minute and a half of time. And now a few minutes have gone by and they haven't scored, so I'd have to say that is a positive if you're an Eagan fan out there tuning in. Now number 16 with it. That is Matthew Hanson. Hanson takes a big hit by number 15 for Benilde, Riley Murphy, and he forces the fumble, and now Benilde has it into the Eagan zone. 4.5 minutes remaining. Now number 17 with it. That is Hoyt. Gets it over to 3, rolled now. Turns back up to the top of the key, Robbie Hoyt. Hoyt dodges, almost takes a shot, goes farther to his right, can't get an angle, turns back around. Now back to 3, Sky rolled. Now to number 8, who assumes the key position, Cam Gelling. Gelling will try the right side, looking for a screen ahead of him, and now behind the net. That's number 21, Hunter Payer. Served his 1-minute penalty. We're at full strength, obviously. Now here is number 5, Luke Drews. Drews now looks at the goal line, now back behind the net again to Rolled. Rolled now coming right in, and there's a flag going up. That's going to go against Eagan. It appeared to me. Clock stopped now with 3:40 remaining. And I don't recognize what that call is, but the PA announcer will educate us here momentarily, I believe. 3:40 remaining, 4-0 your score. You can see it right there on the scoreboard on the left part of your screen. And now we're back underway, and there is... Number 16, Matthew Hanson, unnecessary roughness, 1-minute penalty. So Matthew Hanson, number 16 for the Wildcats, gets a 1-minute penalty for unnecessary roughness. And just like that, the goal goes to number 8, Cam Gelling, the senior captain, gets his name in the scoring column tonight. That comes just 7 seconds into the player advantage, and now we have a timeout on the field, but what gets us a chance to analyze this replay. And there's that 45-degree angle, and he just let that shot go, and he threaded the needle in the lower left-hand corner, beating the goaltender, Logan Kolahyman. And just like that, it is 5-0 with 3:33 to go in quarter number 1. I'm trying to remember what the mercy rule is with this kind of start by Benilde. You got to think it's going to probably come into play at some point, but that'll also, while we're trying to figure out what that might be, Benilde-St. Margaret's upcoming schedule, and the end of the season is coming near. We're already into mid-May, just like that. So here is Eagan, and there's 3 more to go. 1 on the road at Centennial. Then they have Chanhassen coming in. And Chanhassen is also 5-0 in the conference, so that is one to circle on your calendar. That's going to be next Tuesday right here, likely at 7 o'clock. Not sure if ParkTV 16 Sports will be there, but it's always a possibility. But that would be a big matchup. Chanhassen 5-0, 8-1 on the year. I expect Benilde to be undefeated. That is going to be the match of the year right there before the playoffs next Tuesday. All right, the timeouts are breaking up. And then, of course, they've got Waconia. Waconia is 0-4 in the conference, 1-8. So that is the game. I don't know anything about Centennial. That will be a non-conference one. But Chanhassen, even if we're not broadcasting, I might have to stop by to watch that one. That promises to be great lacrosse entertainment. Okay, following the timeout after goal number 5, I think Eagan took it, but I can't be sure. In any event, it looks like the Red Knights have the ball. And they are on offense again with 3.5 minutes to go. Now to the near side to number 8 for the Red Knights. That is Cam Gelling. Now top of the key, 12. That's Adam Beckman in the game now, the sophomore. Now behind the net, Popane. And now the quick shot again. And there's an injured Wildcat as his follow-through caught the defender. I can't identify. He gets up rather gingerly. Number 5, I don't know if he took a hit to the noggin there. That's Carson Thisson. He gets a round of applause, but he is checking himself out immediately as a trainer comes out partially onto the field to treat him. Let's see if we can figure out what happened here. There's the shot, and the ball actually hit him right in the side of the cheek. I don't know how heavy that ball is, but that was point-blank range at a full swing. We'll keep an eye on him on the sideline. All kinds of concerns with any kind of shot trauma to the head like that. Got jaw issues and, of course, concussion issues you've got to figure out. So we'll keep an eye on that. Hopefully the young guy is okay. All right, quick shot, and what a nice save with the left side with his looked like his left ankle by Kolamainen. And there's a quick shot taken by 3, rolled, and a spectacular save there by the Wildcats goaltender. Now, Red Knights, though, retain possession. If they really are crowding in, that's one thing I noticed. They're not coming out so much. They're really starting to muck it up, and now a turnover as number 16, Popane, tried to come in from around the net to stuff it in there, and good defense, 2 sequences of good defense there for Eagan, especially their goaltender now who still has it. Now he gets it out to midfield, and with it is number 6. That's Samuel Simon, a sophomore, or excuse me, number 6. Yes, Samuel Simon, I got that right. What do you know? Now number 2, Tyler Husby with it. Good defense there by the Red Knights. Number 15, Riley Murphy, now behind the net to 0-0. That's, who is that? That's Henry Martin. Reminds me of the name Harvey Martin, who was a great defensive player for the Dallas Cowboys way back in the day. Harvey Martin. I can remember Pat Summerall saying his name, watching those games on TV way back then. Now, Harvey Martin was a heck of a player, and Henry Martin looks like a good one too here for the Wildcats. Okay, 1.5 minutes coming up remaining in quarter number 1, 5-0 our score. You're watching ParkTV 16 Sports. We're streaming live on YouTube. Glad you're with us tonight. Now Benilde looking to add to their lead late in quarter number 1 at the McQuinn Athletic Complex here on the campus of Benilde. Now again, there's another shot, and it hits the post, comes ricocheting way back out to rolled right to him. Wow, what luck for the Red Knights. Boy, if you're an Eagan fan, you're like, come on. Now number 4 with it, Brad Little. And that shot is saved. Another great save by the goaltender for Eagan. He's really upped his game, and now he can't stop. The spinning Gus Bell gets that one to go. Or was that number 16, Popane? I thought it was. Let's see who this is. Nice pickup there. No, that's Popane. Yep, he didn't score? Nope, I thought he did. Oh, they must have called it off for some reason, and I don't know why. So some sort of infraction there, of course. So that goal was nullified. Now 40 seconds left, and now Eagan is in the offensive zone, trying to get one here right behind before the end of the quarter. That would definitely pick up their spirits, you gotta believe. And I think they're gonna put forth a robust effort here to get it. 26 seconds now remaining. Number 3 with it for Eagan. That is Willery, the captain, now behind. So good defense for the Red Knights. 17 seconds now remaining. Quarter number 1. Now the Red Knights, that's Henry Martin. He's gonna come up, good defense, still has the ball, keeping his balance, almost lost it. 3 seconds remaining. Eagan's not even gonna get a shot off. That's such a tragedy. No shot as the whistle sounds, and everyone got a little gun shy there and couldn't get that shot off to end quarter number 1. So after 1 quarter of play, Eagan 0, Benilde 5. Come on back for quarter number 2.
Drownings are the #1 cause of accidental death for young children. Simple safety steps are the best way to prevent these tragedies. Make sure kids learn how to swim. Designate an adult water watcher to watch kids in and around water. Save the phone calls and texts for when the kids are out of the water. Properly fence all pools with fences at least 4 feet high and with self-closing, self-latching gates. When above-ground pools aren't in use, remove the ladders. When pools aren't in use, cover them. Teach kids to stay away from drains. And if a child is missing, check the pool or spa first. Consider the steps you take, then add a few more, because you never know which pool safety step will save a life. Until it does. Simple steps save lives. To learn some new ones, visit poolsafely.gov.
All right, Paul, looks like they're getting ready to start here. Are we still on? Okay. Well, we're back for the quarter number 2 from McQuinn Athletic Complex on the campus of Benilde. Our score, 5-0. I'm Robert Christensen. Glad you're with us. As we begin quarter number 2, they do switch sides, and Eagan, I thought they were going to win their first face-off of the afternoon, and now a flag goes up, and maybe they are going to get one here on the infraction. As they sort this out, it looks like Eagan's going to get that face-off to begin quarter number 2. So maybe they won't feel so badly about not getting a shot off there at the end of quarter number 1. Still looking for their first goal of the evening, and I'm wondering how many shutouts the Red Knights have this year. None, but right now they got one going. They did win, only gave up 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 8, 3, 3, and oh, they do have a shutout, just their last match against New Prague, 18-0. So they haven't given up a goal in at least 4-5 quarters now, so great defense as we look at this replay by Eagan, coming right in, and the bounce shot just misses, going over the crossbar. Great effort by Eagan, and now another great opportunity. Their 2 best of the evening coming early here in the second quarter. That was number 6 for Eagan with it, Samuel Simon. And now Eagan retains possession, looking a lot better than they did in the opening moments and midway through quarter number 1. Quick pass and a shot. It's deflected in front on defense by number 24 for the Red Knights. That's Sam Picul. Hope I pronounced that right. Now to the far side. Red Knights come away with it. Trying to get the ball with number 23, George Mobroughton, senior, and now the Wildcats retain possession. Dominating possession here. The first 2 minutes has been all Wildcats, so that's a good way to keep the Red Knights from scoring, as you possess the ball a lot longer. That would help. But at some point, they're going to have to get a shot off, and they still can't get a shot off here. And now there's trouble in the middle there. And the Red Knights trying to get it back out, and now a whistle coming from the far side, and they're going to give the ball back to Eagan. 10:32 remaining, clock stop. Now we're back underway. That is number 6 with it, Samuel Simon. Now to number 7, Riley Paulus for the Wildcats, and now whiffing on that shot was Henry Martin. And now they're losing it, and they almost went over and back, and they do call it over and back. So a turnover by Eagan. Good defense by the Red Knights. They get their first possession here in quarter number 2. That comes with 10:14 remaining. And now we have another stoppage with 10:11 remaining, and it's unclear to me what they're doing. And it looks like the Red Knights are going to have it right at midfield on that far sideline. And now another whistle, and now we're getting all kinds of whistle-happy play here. Oh, this time it's because of a timeout taken by the Red Knights head coach, Rob Horn, and there was something he didn't like that he saw out there, and I'm not sure exactly what it was, but I kind of sensed that as well. It feels like that was a great timeout here early in the second quarter. Kind of a hard time getting their rhythm going. So now that they have the ball, there's a few things he wants to share to get his team on track here. So that'll give us a chance to look at Eagan's upcoming schedule. As I said, they are 6-4, and they have had a rough go of it of late, haven't they? A couple narrow losses, at least that one in the middle of St. Michael Albertville, 9-8. That had to hurt. And they've lost 4 of their last 5, and now they've got to play Benilde. Then they're going to get Chanhassen, and they are going to be tough. And then they finish with Rochester Century. I'm not sure about their program, but tough sledding ahead here for the Eagan Wildcats, 6-4. They're going to be lucky to have a 500 record in my estimation by the season's end. But one great thing about section playoffs is anything can happen. It's kind of a fresh slate for everybody, and if any team gets hot, they can make a run to the state tournament. And that's coming up around the corner. I'm guessing we'll be here to try to get you one of those anyway, once playoff season, but we never know for sure when we'll know that. But stay tuned, watch our website, and check YouTube to see if we're here. Love to have you with us as we do tonight. Okay, following the timeout, 10:07 remaining, quarter number 2. And I neglected to tell you what the weather conditions are here. It's about 66 degrees, mostly sunny, and it is a little bit breezy, 11 miles out of the northeast, so it is a cool breeze. Temperatures are going to moderate here in the Twin Cities, St. Louis Park area. So it's actually a beautiful night to be out there running around. Good, cool, crisp Canadian air coming in. Nice little spring night here in St. Louis Park. Again, glad you're with us. Okay, Red Knights now with their first possession of the second quarter. Comes with under 10 minutes to go. And they are taking their time here with a 5-goal lead. Now with the ball, that is number 6, Gus Bell. Now it's behind the net to Popane, I believe. No, that's number 10 now in the match. Keenan Mills now occupying behind the net. No, now there's Popane. Now back to Mills. And now on the far side, that's number 8, Gelling. He's got a goal tonight. Good defense by Eagan. And now in the near corner, that is Brad Little, captain, junior captain at that. Now out back to the middle to number 6, Bell. Bell now turns back. So the Red Knights now not being nearly as aggressive as they were in quarter number 1. Kind of just taking their time, maybe wanting to run some clock off here. Get out of Dodge early tonight. The less aggressive players are playing, then there's less clashes, less reason for whistles. Moves the game along, and with a 5-goal lead, that might be, they want to take some of the wind out of this game. Get to halftime, maybe pour it back on in the third quarter, then end it in the fourth. I don't know, just speculation, of course. Now on the near side, number 5, Drews comes right in and scores it. And that all started with his individual move on the defender. I think he did a spin move, got himself free one-on-one with the goaltender, and then went near side and threaded the needle. Luke Drews, the junior, gets goal number 6 and goal number 1 here in quarter number 2. Watch the move here, the juke, and yeah, he faked him right out. Beat the opposition that tried to come in and back him up. But no one was going to catch Luke Drews as he comes in and just goes near side. Makes it 6-0. That goal comes with 8:13 remaining in quarter number 2. And at the center circle, that's number 7, Luca Platt now. And he loses it to the Eagan Wildcats. So they win another one here. So they're doing fairly well at those faceoffs. That bodes well. Where they're really struggling is getting any shots off. I think they've only got a couple that were really any decent. Otherwise, they're having a hard time just getting any kind of opening. That is the smothering defense that the Red Knights display. And that's why they're state champions. It really does come down to defense in almost all sports. And there's a save with the right leg. Justin Dahlum gets that one to go, and now the rebound comes out to the Red Knights, and they're going to be back in business with 7:36 remaining. Number 19 got the rebound. That's Will Fratelloni. Nice job scooping up that rebound. Possession of the ball is 9/10 of this game, and the Red Knights have it right now. And that's number 23, George Mo Broughton, rushes it all the way in. And they get a round of applause from the home crowd. The defense does on that sequence. And now here are the Red Knights on the near side. That's number 12, Adam Backman. Backman now trying to get by the opposition and does get pushed just off there by number 22. Good defense by Josh Learin is his name, a junior. Now, up top, that is number 6, Gus Bell. Bell comes in, switches to the left side, tried to bounce shot it in, and it goes wide right and out of bounds. And the Red Knights appear to retain possession as number 12 picks it up in the far corner. That's Backman, and now he'll trot it in from this near corner. Spins, trying to get back away, and finds an opening, but there is the goaltender, Logan Coleman, getting that save for the Wildcats. He's been pretty effective in nets, and there's a nice save kind of with that right knee and the basket. Now here comes number 19 for the Wildcats. That's Keenan Wilson, and now he gets turned around as he rushed it into the offensive zone, and he'll retreat back to his defense position. And now the Wildcats with it and in business on offense. That's 40, Zachary Walraff. Now way up top, and he misfires, and that is going to be costly for the Wildcats. Unforced errors are going to haunt you, especially when you're down 6-0 to a powerhouse boys lacrosse team like these Red Knights are. And now here's Kyo Stevens with the long stick, now behind the net to number 10 for the Red Knights, Keenan Mills. Mills now to the near side. That is number 16, Dylan Popane. Just a freshman out there, Popane. Getting the start in there right off the sideline was number 4, Brad Little. He had a running start at that from about 20 yards at a diagonal, took the pass and tried to get off a powerful shot, but it got defended well by the Wildcats, and now they have possession. And that's number 1. Cullen O'Leary brings it into the offensive zone as he put on a nice move in the defensive zone, and he got it into the Red Knights offensive zone. And now number 16 with it is Matthew Hanson, the senior. And now into the corner, number 3, that's Carson Willery, a senior captain for the Wildcats. Now he'll try to put the move on from behind the net. Now gets it to the near side to number 16, Matthew Hanson. Hanson quickly to the top of the key. That's Henry Martin, or no, excuse me, number 40. That's Zachary Walraff. Now to the near side. That is 16 once again, Hanson. Up to Henry Martin. Now to Walraff, number 40. 40 comes in on the right side, takes a shot, and it goes wide left. He had a height advantage on the defense there, and that did give him a chance to get the shot up, but he was off the mark. And that was good defense on display by number 4, Brad Little. And now the Wildcats retain possession after that shot, and defense on display there by number 23, Mo Broughton, as he almost poke-checked the ball away. But the Wildcats retain possession. Now 4.5 remain in second quarter here. They play 4 12-minute quarters. They do stop time, as opposed to the girls lacrosse. They do 25-minute running time halves for the most part, except when there's a goal. All right, now Wildcats still looking for that elusive first goal. That is Zachary Walraff. Now on the far side, down behind the net. The lights are now on here at McQuinn Athletic Complex. With the ball, that is number 2, Tyler Husby, and that shot taken by Walraff misses the mark. Here's Walraff, quick shot. He had a chance there, great angle, just misses wide left. Although Daloon, I think, had his basket ready to make the save at the proper angle. But maybe their best scoring opportunity right there by Walraff. So following that shot, the Wildcats retain possession. That's number 2 with that Husby. He gets checked out by number 4, Brad Little. Tough defense on display by 4. Little, he's not taking any guff from these Wildcats. Now on the far side, Wildcats are sucking time off this clock. It's gonna keep the score respectable, I'll give them that. Now on the far side, that of course was Henry Martin. Now to the near side, number 16, Matthew Hanson. Hanson looking, fakes, then gives it, and Walraff takes a shot, and Daloon makes the save, loses it momentarily, but recovers nicely, and that comes with 2:54 remaining. And now Daloon will walk it out as the outlet receivers were covered, and now he finds in the middle, wide open, number 6, Gus Bell. Now Bell, back to Keenan Mills, behind the net. That is Popane. On the far side, that is number 8 with it, Cam Gelling. And now coming in off the sideline, Luke Drews. Drews still with it, trade spaces with number 17, that's Robbie Hoyt. Now Drews gives it up, and now on the far side, back up on top now to number 17, Hoyt. Hoyt plays catch with Popane. Now there's Hoyt. Popane, top of the key, moving quickly, number 8, Cam Gelling takes the shot, and there's the save, another one by Kolamainen for the Wildcats, coming up with that save with 1:50 remaining. Our score 6-0 as we approach the end of half number 1 here at McQuinn Athletic Complex, and trying to save it for the Wildcats there, taking a whack at it. Interesting enough was Austin Clark, the sophomore. Now we have a whistle and a stoppage with 1:33 remaining, and another timeout, and that'll be the Wildcats' second timeout of the match. That comes with 1:33 remaining. And it'll give me a chance here to review with the audience what the scoring columns are on the year for the Red Knights. And just looking at what I have here, not sure how up to date it is, but the leading goal scorer is number 8, Cam Gelling. He's got 22 goals, no assists for a total points of 22. So he's the leading goal scorer, but he's not the leading point getter. The leading point getter on the Red Knights is their second leading goal scorer. That's Carson Brandt. He has 17 goals to go along with 17 assists for 34 total points. He leads the team by far. Now behind him in the scoring column, Gus Bell. We've called his name tonight. He has 15 goals on the year to go along with 8 assists for a total of 23 points. He's the second leading scorer, but only by 1 point ahead of Cam Gelling. And then that brings up Dylan Popane. He has 11 goals with 4 assists for 15 points. And then Sky Rolled also has 11 goals, but he has 12 assists for 23 points. So that ties him for the overall point getter on the team thus far in the season. Then going down, we got Luke Drews with 9 goals and 1 assist for 10 points, followed by Hunter Payer, who's got 8 goals, 3 assists for 11 points. And then lots of balanced scoring after that. We've got Cannon Mills with 5 goals and an assist for 6 points. And then that's followed by Dylan Parker. Haven't called his name tonight. I noticed there is one player from the Red Knights on crutches. Maybe that's him. I didn't know who he was. He wasn't wearing his jersey. But he's got 3 goals, 2 assists for 5 points. Okay, the timeouts have concluded here. Our score 6-0, 1:33 remaining in quarter number 2. Halftime coming up, and the Wildcats have it with number 3 starts it off. Play underway. That is Carson Willery. Willery now decides to bring it all the way behind the net. 1:24 remaining. Now behind the net. Wildcats hoping to get a goal here. That shot is deflected by the defense, comes straight up, and boy, there was some torque spin on that ball, and it took it right out of bounds. And that means the Wildcats are gonna take over once again. They retain possession as we approach 1 minute remaining in quarter number 2 with the ball. That's number 3, Carson Willery. To Henry Martin. Oh no, that was number 40, excuse me, Zachary Walraff. It's sort of getting to be a little dusk out there. The lighting isn't quite as good when the sun shines out. Now the Wildcats with 40 seconds remaining, and they may end quarter number 1. That is 40, Walraff. They had possession, looking for a goal, and they didn't even get a shot off in the last minute, or maybe a little less at the end of quarter number 1, and that's kind of the situation they're in here. Down 6-0. Hate to not at least get a shot, and boy, getting knocked off the ball, tough. Was number 4, Griffin Jackson. Now a shot by Eagan, and that shot, at least they got a shot off there, and it was a great opportunity by Henry Martin, and he is frustrated by that. He thought he had a great chance, but the ball gets turned over. But now almost got back into the Wildcats, but it took a high bounce and went over number 19, Keenan Wilson, and there is the final whistle signaling the end of quarter number 2. It's halftime from Benilde-St. Margaret's. Our score 6-0. Come on back for the third quarter.
What if being in recovery from a mental or substance use disorder was something we proudly showed the world? You might be surprised. Millions of people are in recovery, sharing hope, help, and support with family, friends, and community. Join the Voices for Recovery. For 24-hour free and confidential information and treatment referral for mental and substance use disorders for you or someone you know, call 1-800-662-HELP.
Welcome back to ParkTV 16 Sports on Location and our production and broadcast of non-conference boys lacrosse featuring the Benilde-St. Margaret Red Knights and the Eagan Wildcats. We're about to begin quarter number 3. And if you're just joining us, it really has been all Red Knights. They lead 6-0. They got 4-5 in the first quarter, but only 1 in quarter number 2, and it appeared to me that they may have been taking their foot off the gas a little bit. Although I do want to give the Wildcats credit, I do think they stepped up their defense. However, their offense has been anemic here against a very, very robust Red Knight defense. And now we begin. Red Knights going right to left, and in there to get the first face-off for the Red Knights was Mitch Dockman, and they do come away with it. That's number 3 with it, Sky Rolled. And now in business, Kyle Stevens quickly down in front, and another magnificent save by Logan Coleman and for the Wildcats. If it wasn't for Logan Coleman, the Red Knights would have doubled that score, and that is really keeping the Wildcats within a little bit of striking distance. And there's a long bomb pass ahead for Henry Martin, bounces, and it's going to be a turnover. So another post pattern type pass play goes by the wayside for the Red Knights, and now just stepping out of bounds was number 2, Mitch Dockman, as he took that button hook of a pass. And now that's a rare turnover by the Red Knights, and now the Wildcats have it, and that is number 6, Austin Clark, the sophomore, for the Wildcats. Still looking for goal number 1. I'm Robert Christensen. We're streaming live on YouTube. Glad you're with us. And now here comes right in, trying to use his size, coming right through and shooting and missing. Wide left was number 6, Samuel Simon, the big, tall, strong sophomore, just fighting through the defense. And that's what they're going to have to do, is more of that. But Daloon was there, and the ball was a little bit off mark. So another great example of the Red Knight defense on display here tonight. Now on the far side, that is number 40, Zachary Walraff, and his pass gets bobbled momentarily by number 6, Samuel Simon. And now a whistle appears away from the play behind the net. And I'm not sure what that was, a warning of some kind, but the Wildcats retain possession as we look at the clock. 10:22 remaining in quarter number 3. Now the Wildcats with it behind the net. That is number 4, Griffin Jose. Sophomore Jose now the far side, and the near angle shot is saved by Daloon. That was taken by Walraff, and now the nice lead pass out to Dockman, and now he is wide open, streaking down in the offensive zone. The quick pass at the doorstep, and the shot and a goal. What a magnificent combination there, as number 2, Mitch Dockman, hits his teammate number 21, Hunter Pear, the sophomore, and that's Pear's second goal of the night. And team's number 7, that comes with 9:53. And look at the nice pass from Daloon to Dockman, and he just turns on the afterburners, and just as the defense closes in, it leads wide open Hunter Pear, and he delivers the strike right below the crossbar for goal number 7. Again, that comes at 9:53 remaining, quarter number 3, and we've got to be approaching the mercy rule. I wonder if it isn't 10. And now here come the Red Knights. I thought they might turn it on here in the third quarter, and they might lay off the gas in the fourth. But they do look a little more aggressive, much more like they were in period number 1. And now they substitute, and they wait for that, and that's why number 4 was holding it as he awaited the arrival of number 17, Robbie Hoyt. 4, of course, is Brad Little. And Little now on offense with the Red Knights, and now behind the net to Popane. Popane now will work that back goal line, comes in, gets pushed back away nicely by number 18 for Eagan. That is Lucas Meyer. And now up top on the far side is 6 for the Red Knights. That is Gus Bell. Now to the near side, Little. Little will try it. Gets back to the top of the key, quickly gives it up. Now number 6 again with it, Bell. He gets turned back around and backtracks. And now to number 4, Little. Little will try it. He wheels around. Good defense again by the Wildcats. They're fairly formidable at times, and I do think their defense picked up after the opening first half of quarter number 1, when the Red Knights got the bulk of their 7 goals. 4, and now a push from behind. I guess that's legal. That did bring groans. I guess it's not legal as the flag goes up. The referee had to catch his balance there, so there's going to be a player advantage here for the Red Knights, as now the pass is dropped by Robbie Hoyt. I bet he took his eye off it there momentarily, trying to get that shot off, and it didn't look the ball all the way into the basket, much like a wide receiver looking at a pass. You got to look it all the way in. Okay, let's look at the sequence. There's the push from behind by number 24, I believe.
Josh Leary.
22, Josh Leary. will get the knee on the sideline. I believe that'll probably be a 1-minute player advantage for the Red Knights and a chance to expand their lead by one more to 8-0. Okay, we're back underway. 8:20 remaining. Third quarter. Now behind, Popane to the near side. That's number 8, Gelling. Gelling back to Popane. Popane now, top of the key, quickly to number 12. That's Beckman. Beckman takes the underhanded shot and scores it. Like a sidewinder in baseball. Reminds me of the old Pittsburgh Pirate, Kent Tekulve. He used to be a big sidewinder, and he took the sidewind shot, and that thing was rising like an airplane as it got in just under the right side of that crossbar, if memory serves. Watch this cool shot. Gives it away, takes the return pass, and wango! Look at that. Lightning bolt of a shot by Beckman. Beautiful shot. My favorite goal tonight right there by Beckman, the sophomore. Now they win the ensuing faceoff. They're up 8-0. We're under 8 minutes to go in quarter number 3, and the Red Knights have it here again. And that's number 3 with it. Sky rolled. Rolled now to the near side to Luke Drews, who checks in. Now Drews with it. That's number 5. Red Knights looking really good right now. They're ready to go to the playoffs, it appears to me. They're playing just such a steady, controlled, evenly paced game. Very efficient is the word that comes to mind. Now Hunter Pear to the top of the key. Again, 8, Gus Gelling. Now in traffic is number 15, Riley Murphy. Takes a few bumps, holds onto the ball though. Maintaining his balance. Now Luke Drews. Drews now goes right. Uses his forearm to push away the defense. Now he turns around and tries to bounce it, and that is off wide right and out of bounds. Looks like the Red Knights will keep possession. There it is. That's good defense there right in front of him. Altering his shot and distracting him just enough. Was number 19 for the Wildcats. That was Keenan Wilson, but just like that, as I'm describing that ensuing play, another goal by the Red Knights, and of course I was looking down to get the name and number of that Wildcat. So Gus Bell gets that. I'm sure we'll have it on replay. And that's gonna be 9-0. So here it is. Yeah, Gus Bell, unassisted, comes right behind, and the two Wildcats bump into each other, and he uses his speed, and he saw something there, and he delivered the goods to put him up 9-0 with 7:04 remaining. Quarter number 3 now. Oh, taking a shot to the helmet was number 7 for the Red Knights, Luca Platt, but it looks like he's gonna be all right. He shakes it off. Now the Wildcats trying to get possession in the Red Knight zone. Still looking for goal number 1, and a nice pickup in traffic by Martin for the Wildcats. Boy, he took some abuse there, didn't he, as he fought for that ball. And now it's deflected on defense by the Red Knights. And I think that was 15, Riley Murphy on defense. And that actually led to this turnover, and Little now has it, and he'll rush it in on the near sideline. He gets hung up there at about the 40, gets by the defender. That's number 4 for the Wildcats, Griffin Jost. And Little finally shakes him, and now he'll come back out top. Is coming in for the Red Knights is number 3, Sky Rolled, and now Rolled has it. And the Wildcats are playing a lot more aggressive defense. They're really extending the perimeter a lot more than they were in quarter number 2. And now to number 8, that is Cam Gelling, now behind the net. Now to the near side, number 8, Gelling. Gelling now gets pushed back. Good defense there by the Wildcats, despite being down 9-0. They really are doing a formidable job here on a very powerful Red Knight team. And now there's a shot, and it looked like it may have been deflected by the goaltender. That shot was taken by Rold, the sophomore. Ball out of bounds, retaining possession will be the Red Knights with 5:40 remaining here in quarter number 3. Beautiful night, 65 degrees. Seems like the winds are dying down. They were only at 11 out of the northeast to begin with, and the sun is coming out just beautiful there. The shadows, looks great on the TV screen. Glad you're with us enjoying this high school lacrosse match here on ParkTV 16 Sports, as now the Red Knights seem to be milking the clock a little bit more here as we approach 5 minutes coming up here soon. Now behind the net, they are really widening it out. It does look like they're working the clock a little bit more now. Sky Rolled from behind, takes the shot, and just missing it was Kohlenmeyer, and that's gonna be goal number 10 for the Red Knights, and it's gonna count. And Sky Rolled, number 3, gets them to double digits on the scoreboard. And let's look at the replay here. Rolled, this is going to be unassisted, isn't it? Makes a couple fake passes, comes out, digs in around the corner, just takes a shot right at the head as he lets that shot go. This is not a sport for the timid, is it? And clock starts again, 5 minutes remaining, center circle. That's number 2, Mitch Dockman fighting for it, and now the Wildcats come away with it. That's one good part of their game. They seem to have won more than their fair share of the face-offs, and now a check from behind by Dockman that draws a whistle. And now some substitutions. The flag came up, so I do believe there's going to be a kneeler with a red number. And yes, Will Carner, number 33, sophomore defender for slashing, just like in hockey. And now the Wildcats probably here with a minute. Man advantage, 4:41 remaining. Okay, now to the near side. Let's see if they can get on the board. Henry Martin now behind the net to number 2. That's Tyler Husby. Now to the far corner in the sun there. Number 6 is Samuel Simon. Now top of the key to number 7, Riley Paulus. Now to, that is Walrath, 40. Down low, good defense by the Red Knights there. Both Dahlin and number 23 as he poke checks the ball away. George Mobrotin was right there to defend it, and then they get the ball on a turnover. Great defense there by the Red Knights on display once again. Now Kai Stevens at midfield is Little, number 4. He streaks to the center, pulls up, runs into a couple defenders as they try to trap him, but he runs out of it. Brad Little playing very well as he protects that ball nicely with his body as he weaves around. And now we have a whistle, and is that a timeout? So the Red Knights will call their first timeout. And that comes with exactly 4 minutes remaining here in quarter number 3. And now we can look at the conference standings. I alluded to them earlier, but there are the Red Knights right there, 5-0. 9-0 on the year, just cruising, but right behind them, and I am meaning right behind them, at 8-1 overall, and tied for the conference lead is Chanhassen, and then right behind them, there is Bloomington Jefferson having a very strong season in the conference, 4-1, 7-3 overall. Then we kind of falls off, so you got those top 3 teams, you know, with 3 games remaining on the schedule, probably for each of them. I know Benilde's going to play Chanhassen next Tuesday right here, likely at 7 o'clock. You ought to come down and check it out. That is going to be for the Metro West Conference and probably the last big game before the section playoffs begin. Probably the following week here in early June. But there's the rest of the conference there, Chaska. 2-3, and then 3 teams with just 1 win in the conference: Orono, Bloomington, Kenny, Burnsville. Look at that, they're splitting schools. And I do understand, I think lacrosse, I think I read an article that they're a little worried about the population of players in boys lacrosse, and so there you see an example of it right there. But better to merge a couple schools and keep kids playing than not play at all. So maybe that'll increase the sport if they can merge more schools. If there's only a handful from each school, they can get more teams and keep the sport going and thriving, hopefully. Okay, following the timeout by the Red Knights, they'll retain possession. Looks like number 3 will start with it. That's Sky Rolled. 4 minutes on the board in quarter number 3. We're not in running time, it appears to me, but that might not count for timeouts. But we'll keep an eye on that. There's the whistle. Say that again, Paul. Okay, so now we have the Red Knights, number 3 with it. That is Rolled. So there may not be a mercy rule in boys lacrosse, I'm hearing. So I may be mistaken on that. Won't be the first or the last. Now number 6 with it. That is Gus Bell. And his shot goes wayward, out of bounds. Going to go retrieve it is Hunter Payer. And he does come up with it, and we're back underway. So yeah, no running time here. So they play it straight throughout. In boys lacrosse, that's certainly what it feels like. Because if there was a mercy rule, you got to think that 10 in the 3rd quarter. Oh, it might be the 4th quarter is what you're saying. Only in the 4th quarter. Okay. All right, so there is a mercy rule, but it only takes effect in the 4th quarter. And taking that huge shot was number 17, Robbie Hoyt. And boy, look at his follow-through as he goes right into the ground on that one. He brought it all. That reminds me of a Reggie Jackson home run. Or no, usually it was a strike swing when he would just spin himself into the ground. If you ever watch Reggie Jackson, watch this. As he goes down, his momentum takes him right to the ground. You don't think there was some power behind that shot? Just look at his follow-through. That'll be a strong indication. And now it's 11-0 with 3:14 remaining on the year. And I want to check to see what is the highest goal total the Red Knights have had all year. And if that's a doubt, I think I saw 18-0, 15. 2 18-win, 18-goal games here for the Red Knights, and they're just 7 away with 15 minutes of playing time to go, and now they have the ball once again, and that's number 30 on the turnover for the Red Knights, and that is TJ Pickle, and now the Red Knights have it in the Wildcat zone. They've been there all night long, and now with it, number 2, Mitch Dockman rolls it over to Brad Little. He looks back, what's going on? Gets the cue, and now we're back on offense. That's Luke Drews with it. 2.5 remaining, quarter number 3. Brad Little, and now they are way out at top, and now on the far side, that's number 26, Jack Anderson, the freshman, checks in. And I do think that they use those timeouts to do some substitutions and explain their roles and so forth and so on. So just to keep them organized, I really do believe that's what they're for, especially with an 11-0 lead, and it's smart too. Now Brad Little behind the net. Coming around, stops, gets it to number 8 on the run. That could have been a dangerous pass. They were kind of close and running at each other, but now Little takes it back. Boy, look at the stick ball handling by the Red Knights. Quick shot taken by Luke Drews. Rebound, gets back to Popane. He gets it to Brad Little, who scores it. Upper left corner, he beats the Wildcat goaltender, Logan Kolamainen. And Brad Little, number 4 right there, trots off with Drews on his right, and to the other right, that's Jack Anderson. Nice job by the Red Knights. There's the shot, and look at Popane. Quick, like hands, gets that ball, cat-like I should say, and then the shot. That is just too good if you're the Wildcats. What are you gonna do? That's just superior skill on display. 1:44 remaining, 12-0. Can they make it a baker's dozen here before the end of quarter number 3? And the whistle is gonna put the ball in the possession of the Wildcats, still looking for their first goal. And I'm wondering if they've been shut out at all this year. Doesn't appear they have been, so this is a humbling game for them for sure. Their lowest goal total in any game prior to tonight was 4 against Eastfield Apple Valley and 4 against Lakefield North. So tonight, they're getting blanked. Or as my grandfather used to say, you got skunked. I never hear that term anymore, but right now, that's what's on the line here for the Red Knights. They love nothing better, the defense, to put up a goose egg for the final score here. That's their honor right there. That's gotta be a huge, huge thing that's celebrated on their team if they can get a shutout. Now below a minute. Wildcats are going to try to prevent that. That's Henry Martin. Nice pass behind the net to number 4 for the Wildcats, Griffin Jose. And his pass gets deflected in front by Dalun. It appeared to me that came ricocheting out to that far corner. I look at the clock as we're almost at 30 seconds right now in third quarter. Now it's deflected in front. Looked like by Kaya Stevens. Now to the near side, and it's picked up by the Wildcats. I look at the clock, 20 seconds remaining. Henry Martin now, he almost took a shot from far out, decided the better of it. Now gets it to Walrus. Now, Martin looking, can't find an angle, looks at the clock himself. 8.5, he's not gonna get cheated this time. They're gonna at least get a shot off. That's why I checked the clock. So that's an improvement, just getting something off. And Dalun made that save as now the siren sounds to end quarter number 3. And there is your score, 12-0. Nothing but domination for these Red Knights. Stay tuned for the beginning of quarter number 4 in just a minute.
New message.
Department of the Social Security Administration. The reason of this call is to inform you that your Social Security number has been suspended for suspicion of illegal activity. If you do not contact us immediately, your account will be deactivated. For more information about this case file, press 1 or call immediately our department number, 326.
This is a scam. Thieves are misusing the Social Security Administration's authority and phone schemes to trick you into giving them money or personal information. They state there is a problem with your Social Security number or account. They claim there's been suspicious or fraudulent activity, and you could be arrested or face other legal action. They even spoof SSA's main customer service telephone number on caller ID. Don't believe them. Don't provide any information. SSA employees will never threaten you for information or promise benefits in exchange for information. In those cases, the call is fraudulent. Just hang up. If you suspect you've been contacted by an SSA scammer, call the Social Security Fraud Hotline at 1-800-269-0271.
Are we back, Paul? We're back here at ParkTV 16 Sports. We're in between quarters number 3 and 4, about to begin the 4th. Red Knights have dominated, and I can report that there was a penalty that was announced that occurred right as the bell was sounding to signify the end of quarter number 3, and that means there is going to be a player advantage for the Eagan Wildcats, as called for slashing for the Red Knights was George Mobrotin, the senior defender. Got a slashing call. I don't recall seeing it right there at the tail end, but he got whistled for it. So you can see him right at the 45-yard line extended to the right side of the 50. He's on his knee right there, paying his dues. That's number 23, George Mobrotin. So a little advantage here for the Wildcats to begin quarter number 4. I will keep an eye on the clock to see if we are in any type of mercy rule with the clock. Okay, Wildcats have the ball following the penalty at the beginning of quarter number 4, and they have it now in the Red Knight zone. And they are in business. That is number 4 with it. That is Griffin Jose. And now unforced error, turns it over, and quickly Dockman's gonna pick it up, and the Red Knights are on the move. And now we're underway, 11:33 to go, and there is Dockman, and he's got some speed as he crosses the 20. He's gonna come right in and shoot it, and right into the basket of Logan Coleman. And I thought he might do a little bit more with it, but thought he could just fake him out by going right at him, but great save there. And now a penalty flag comes from the 50-yard line official, and we'll see what that's all about as the Wildcats, let's see, right there, a little cross, ooh, the hack, and then the push from behind by number 3, along with 24, Sam Pickle.
Sky rolled, push in the back, 30 seconds.
So Sky rolled, will get a 30-second knee for a push in the back, and the clock is continuing to run. So we are in running time, 10:45 remaining. Wildcats have it, and now they have a 2-player advantage. It's now coming in late on defense is Little. Best chance of the night here for the Wildcats with the 2-player advantage. You gotta think they're gonna be aggressive here. It's now or never to get on the board, you'd feel. These 10 minutes are gonna go fast with running time. Hesitancy though, and that ball stays out on the perimeter. Very active defense. They've got active hands and sticks constantly moving around. Look at them move in on that centering pass as it gets by. And now in the far corner, that's number 2, Tyler Husby. And now they have 1 player back on defense, and I do think maybe the Red Knights are at full strength as we approach 10 minutes remaining in quarter number 4. The real question now, the drama, is can they keep the shutout for the 2nd game in a row and go 8 quarters at least without giving up a goal? That would be something to write home about, wouldn't it? Okay, now the Wildcats with it. Henry Martin, number 00, comes down the left side. Look at that defense on display by number 33 for the Red Knights, Will Connor. Textbook, much like basketball, the way you shuffle your feet. And there is the turnover and the nifty pass by Daloon, and now to midfield. That is a thing of beauty right there, folks. And now coming in is number 15, right in the middle, Riley Murphy. And that shot goes to the far side, and now the goaltender comes away with it, and he turns around and gets it out. But now there's trouble. There's no one in nets. The ball is loose. I did notice that the goaltender for the Wildcats was slow in coming back. I think he was admiring his pass and then realized he better hustle as his teammate lost it. Now taking all kinds of abuse and now drawing a flag for Benilde and appearing to be a little bit hurt as he grabs his lower back kidney area. Number 16, Popane, taking the abuse, the hacks, the push, and then the pile on. And he is still down over there. And I'll get out my binoculars and see. Yeah, he is still suffering, a little shaken up. And all the Eagan players, they're down on the ground out of respect for the injured player. And now the trainer out to take a look at him. I don't know if we can look at that replay once again, Paul. It might have been when number 19 landed on him. I think that's what I recall seeing. Let's see here. Keep an eye on 19. He's right there on defense for the Wildcats, Wilson. And I hear a round of applause, and he is getting up a little gingerly right there. Ooh. Or maybe he just pulled something. I can't say for sure if Wilson caught him at all on that or not. Doesn't look like they're, well, let's see. Yes, there is a knee on the sideline for Eagan. That is number 6.
Wildcat.
And that is Samuel Simon. So let's listen to the PA announcer.
Samuel Simon, 1 minute slashing.
1 minute slashing. So it was that hack that you saw, which may have had nothing to do with the injury. So, and it maybe he just stretched it in a kind of weird way and just in an awkward position, and that could have maybe, you know, pulled a muscle or something like that, and he was just, you know, checking himself out. And it's good to get up slow. Want to make sure everything's okay. You get up too fast, that's when you can actually injure yourself. So he was smart taking his time. And now clock continues to run, already under 8 minutes to go here in quarter number 4. We're in running time in the 4th. Now the Red Knights with their first possession on offense in the 4th quarter. As they move it crisply around the wheel, and the quick shot and the miss by number 1, who's now checked in for the Red Knights. That is Carson Brandt. And now the Red Knights will retain possession. And Brandt now loses it, and the Wildcats come away with it. Nice poke check by the Wildcats, number 11, and getting it also was Austin Clark, and now the Wildcats have it. Matthew Hanson. Now the defense on display again. Cam Gelling. And he puts a cross check on the Wildcats, number 1, Cullen O'Leary, and that draws a flag and a whistle. Clock continues to run, so we are in running time, and so Gelling is gonna get the penalty called on him, and he'll trot off. Clock is still running, 6:50 to go. As they reorganize themselves out there, Wildcats will get possession of the ball on that infraction. So a 1 minute, I believe. And Wildcats have it though, but 6.5 minutes to go, and their chances.
Number 8, Cam Gelling, illegal body check, 1 minute.
Illegal body check is the penalty call on Gelling. That's gonna be 1 minute with 6:26 remaining, and we're underway now. So for 1 minute, Wildcats got a chance here. They haven't capitalized on the other player advantages throughout the match. So we'll see if there is some improvement. They would love to get that 1 goal. It would be a good thing to get on a long bus ride to south of the river to Eagan. That's a good 30, 35 minute bus ride, I'm sure. Now the quick shot and a goal. Number 6 raises both his arms, and he gets the Wildcats on the board. Samuel Simon, the sophomore, ends it. Ends the scoreless streak for Benilde opponents at 7 quarters at least, unless they had a few before. And look at that shot, and Daloon just couldn't quite get the basket down to save it. Great shot there by the Wildcats. That was not a slop goal, as they say. That was a real goal. So if you're the Red Knights, you got to feel good about that. They needed a laser shot, and that was their best shot of the night, and it did end up in a goal. Clock continues to run now as we go back to the face-off in the center circle. That is 5:15 remaining. And now a whistle as Dockman tried to fight for it for the Red Knights. And the Wildcats are going to get it again, and a chance to get another one with 5:06 remaining. Both teams at full strength now. following goal number 1 by the Wildcats, and now they have possession looking for number 2. So they got to feel good about that, getting that last-minute goal here in the 4th. Feels a lot better at 12-1. Not a lot better, but maybe a lot better. Getting shut out is never fun in any sport. Okay, now here comes the Wildcats looking for goal number 2, try to make it a little more respectable. Red Knights haven't scored here in the 4th. And now that is number 40 with it. For the Wildcats, of course, that was Walraff. Now behind the net. Number 0, Henry Martin. No, that's number 20 with it who's checked in. His name, well, I don't have a name for him. They may be on the JV, and we don't have numbers in my program for him, unfortunately. I know his name, though. That is number 40, Zachary Walraff. Walraff with it. He's looking for his first goal of the night, and the team's second. That gets checked away by Stevens. And now a whistle, and that's going to be an infraction against the Red Knights, I believe. Teams are switching. Clock continues to run. We're under 4 minutes. In fact, there's 3 minutes, 40 seconds remaining. Clock continues to wind down despite this changing. And there is a penalty that was called, and taking a knee on the far sideline. Slash 1 minute goes to Nick Capo, the freshman, checking into the game, gets a 1 minute penalty, and so another player advantage now for the Wildcats to try to get goal number 2. As we are nearing the 3 minute mark, and there's an advantage right in and a goal. Nice, nifty receiving that pass was Henry Martin. I think he got it. As he took that pass, beat the defender, opened up the lane, and beat it Dahlin on the ground. And I don't know, was that Dahlin in nets? Because I look over there, and I think they did replace him. So who is that in nets? Number 20. So that wasn't Dahlin. That was number 27 giving up that goal. And I didn't notice, maybe he was in there for goal number 1, but that's Axel Esco, a sophomore goaltender, getting game time, valuable varsity experience, because Dahlin isn't going to be around forever. Of course, he's a senior.
Goal number 0, Henry Martin.
So Henry Martin gets goal number 2. 12-2 our score. We're still in mercy rule running time, and now the Wildcats have it again. And streaking into the offensive zone for them is number 23, puts the move on, jukes out the Red Knight. And 23 for the Wildcats, that's Nicholas Cannon, a senior. Nice nifty move there, but now the ball ends up back in the Red Knights' hands with exactly 2 minutes remaining in the match. And now the Red Knights on the offensive zone, yet to score here in the 4th, until right there. Spoke too soon, didn't I? Number 3, Sky Rolled, answers one of those goals back, so now it's 13-2. Clock continues to run with 1:44 remaining. And look at Sky Rolled, little hop step, and just nothing fancy about it. Just pulls up and delivers the gun down low. Just inside that left post. Now back to the center circle. 1:24 remaining here at the McQuinn Athletic Complex. You're watching ParkTV 16 Sports. Glad you're with us. You've seen a really good lacrosse team here in the Red Knights, only giving up 2 goals in the last 2 matches, and they just came here kind of in the mop-up time late in the 4th to keep the Wildcats from getting skunked here on the road. It will be the Wildcats' lowest goal total. Unless they can get one more, they'll tie it. So still a feat here for the Red Knights. They are in mid-season form, in mid-season for sure. Now at the top of the key, 26, Jack Anderson. Clock says 40 seconds remaining. Now on the far side, that is Little. Oh, he decided to hold up on that shot. Now to the near side, that's Mills. And now weaving in there, taking his eye off of it, was number 34 for the Red Knights, Dylan Parker, the sophomore, but it does end back in Brad Little's basket. Now he gives it up to number 6, Gus Bell. 19 seconds remaining. Little, he's gonna take the shot, and he delivers another goal. So they answered the 2 they gave up right there. That's gonna make it 14-2, 9 seconds remaining. Clock continues to run, and that now they stop it.
Red Knight goal number 4, Brad Little.
So Little gets the goal. Now the clock is running again, and both teams come out to congratulate their goaltenders, win or loss. And so that will do it as I hear the final whistle. And there is the replay of Little's goal. He had a few tonight. And the final score will end up being Red Knights 14, Eagan 2. Red Knights go to 10-5. They've got 3 games left in the regular season. Eagan goes to 6-5. So for Paul Broden, our producer, and Skylar on our camera up top, my name is Robert Christensen. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you again.